We are Lagos Talks 91.3.
Let's talk.
You can join the conversation by using our WhatsApp platform. In the meantime, the WhatsApp number for the station is 0809 234 5913. That's 0809 234 5913. Use that to join us, and let's get talking. Later on, we will open up the phone lines, and you can call in and be able to join us via the phone lines. But in the meantime, we'll use the WhatsApp number for interaction. So without further ado, and before we let you know what the menu is, allow me to introduce to some and present to others the only indefatigable national youth leader of our time, editor-at-large of thenewsguru.com, and also the man with a historical perspective. I'm talking about none other than the Guru. Good morning to you, sir.
Good morning, Adu.
Good to have you here today.
Nice seeing you after
a couple of days.
And tell me something. What happened over the weekend? Tell me something about it.
Well, the weekend for me was full of family activities.
Family activities.
So I had a lot of family activities to attend to.
Were you successful in your attempt?
Absolutely.
Thank God for that. Good morning, Lagos Talks 91.3 FM. This is Adu and the Guru, and you are welcome back to that show that we're eagerly waiting for on a daily basis. Of course, it's nice that we know you are there waiting, and because of your expectation there, that's what makes this program really thicker. So we now know that we cannot afford to disappoint you. It is because of you we are preparing harder. It is because of you we are putting everything into the show. Even if it costs us some inconveniences, we are ready for your sake. And thank you for being there. We have a very loaded day today. The program is well loaded. And don't forget, we don't even have the luxury of the 1.5 hours anymore, because as we're talking now, 10 minutes is almost gone. 10 minutes is gone out of it. But we will try to present everything that we package for you. We might be rushing it for the exigency of my guest, so that you will have total time for you. And of course, you will have time to call in and ask all the questions that are bothering you. Please, this man represents the Economic and Financial Crimes Commission. This is the Lagos Zonal Commander of the Commission. This is the man that operates the Commission from Lagos Air. Don't forget, of all the zonal commands of EFCC throughout the Federation, Lagos is the largest. And don't forget, please, in 2003, when the FCC was to start, it started from Lagos here. So, Lagos for sure always. So that's it. I will welcome, within a short time, Ahmad Gali, who is the zonal head. Normally call him in the office, but I prefer to call him zonal commander. After all, a commander is a commander. He's commanding everything well. But for the time being, Ahmad Gali, you are welcome to the studio.
Thank you very much, my dear brother, Mr. Godwin Etaki Buebu, the Guru.
I'll give you an A for effort.
A1. You are welcome.
Thank you very much, sir.
I must not take your presence here for granted. I appreciate you that you, within a short period of dragging you avail yourself to be dragged. And here you are this morning. 9. I think the AFCC, I can attest, is the only organization so far of all organizations dealing with law enforcement that will tell you I'll be here for this hour and there. So when I came out by 9 o'clock, I told the receptionist that you will be here, but that the FCC, they are timekeepers. So thank you very much. You are welcome.
It's my pleasure.
We shall come back to you, but let's run over a few things. Let's first of all hit at our historical perspective. We have two today, and I must warn also that whatever happen, I do, we must do the the knowledge robust today.
All right, we will do it.
We are going to shock everything now. We may take a few things off there to give my brother time to talk to the people. And two historical perspective. One, a quote from Harry Truman, the 33rd President of the United States of America, from 1945 to 1953. This is what he said. Please listen well, because I might not have the luxury of repeating it again. Once a government is committed to the principle of silencing the voice of opposition, it has only one way to go, and that is down the path of increasingly repressive measures until it becomes a source of terror to all its citizens and creates a country where everyone lives in fear. Harry Truman, the 33rd President of the United States of America, 1945 to 1953, was the second historical perspective. Talk is cheap. Walking the talk is difficult. I picked this from the last president. He ought to still be president, but he escaped because he suspected that he might be executed, of Afghanistan. His name is President Ashraf Ghani. He escaped. As he saw the Taliban coming, he did not even allow them to have a handshake. He escaped. And while he was escaping, inside the plane that took him off, we saw him peeping through the window of the plane to look at a country that has just been bastardized. This man is a great scholar. I'm talking Ashraf Ghani. He's a very, very great scholar. He has contributed immensely to the New York Times, the Wall Street Journal, Washington Post, and many others. In a post in Los Angeles Times in February 1979, Ghani wrote, "The Soviets have left Afghanistan, making the collapse of besieged puppet regime in Kabul just a matter of time." But that's not the issue. He was a co-author in 2009 of a book. And you know the caption of the book? Fixing Failed States, a framework for rebuilding a fractured world. Fixing a failed state. Unfortunately, as of that moment that the man was escaping from Afghanistan, he could not fix his state that collapsed. It tells you that talk is cheap. Walking the talk to manifestation.
It's the harder part of the conversation.
Okay. Those are the two historical perspectives that I decided to bring to your attention today, but not without paying a befitting homage to the memory of Sir Victor Owaifo, one of the greatest musicians of our time, the High Life Maestro. Mm-hmm. He died at 80. You would not see 80 in him until he dropped dead. It is a common knowledge that for those who play the guitar, with age, their hands become a little weaker, but not in Victor Owaifo, Joromi, Omimi Joro. Mm-hmm. So he passed on at 80. He was very, very active until the day he passed on, when he had that pneumonia that attacked him and passed on at that age. His place in Nigeria history, the musical world, is already guaranteed. I just said, let us remember him and pray for the family. Now, Adu, let's see if we can take one or two.
All right. So let's tell our listeners the menu, right? Oh, okay. I thought you wanted us to talk about the menu.
The menu.
The menu.
Yes.
So let's tell us the menu. Again, Southern governors, others tackle Buhari over grazing sites order. That's from the Punch. Number 2, NDA, Nigerians are ungrateful, launching attack to make Buhari look bad. That's Femi Adesina speaking, and it's from the Daily Post. Niger governor confirms death of kidnapped Islamia pupils, receives 90 others. That's from Premium Times. And menu number 4, bandits release 32 of 63 remaining abducted students of Kaduna Baptist School, and that's from the This Day newspaper. Menu number 5, police confirms release of 18 kidnapped students, staff of Zamfara College, 2 killed. Daily Post is reporting that story. And last but not least, The Nation has the story. Autumn, address the issues I raised.
Because of the exigency of the time, as I said, because my guest is not very, very easy to pull the elephant out of the forest to the city. So once I have that opportunity, I will not deny you must hear from him. For that reason, again, certain governors, others tackle Buhari over grazing sites order. I will suspend that tomorrow. I will do it tomorrow. But not without telling you that suddenly President Muhammadu Buhari has just discovered 368 grazing reserves cut across 25 states of the Federation. What is the matter with my president? The whole world had gone ranching. You brought car colony, which was introduced by your Minister of Agriculture, Sir Ogbe. Ado Ogbe had been in the field, the political field of Nigeria, long time. The first time Ado Ogbe was confirmed as a minister, Olushola Saraki, the father of Bukola Saraki, was the leader of the Senate. And the second time that Ado Ogbe is being confirmed as a minister, Olushola Saraki's son, Bukola Saraki, was the president of the Senate. How many years you remain there? And he introduced a cow colony. Or the whole world shouted, the colonial master are gone. So is it cow that will bring? They died. Then Ruga came, whatever the meaning of Ruga. It didn't make sense. Then the vice president came with his economic team and introduced, what's the name of that one they introduced? National Reserve, something.
National Livestock
Thank you.
Plan.
Correct me, put it right. That's why you are here to assist me. And this was accepted because this was nothing but ranch and ranching. And this is what it is all about the world. So, even to a larger extent, President Muhammadu Buhari believed in ranching. He had released 6.5 billion to Zamfara State, out of which 5 billion had already been given cash to do what? Not to look for open grazing, but for ranching. It means he has firm idea on it. Otherwise, he wouldn't have been disbursing money. But suddenly, my president woke up on the wrong side and now came out with the idea of 368 grazing reserves across. And now we are asking the Ministry of Agriculture, where are the 300 grazing reserves? And which state? The minister said, we are not ready to release the name first. And it's like President Muhammad Buhari is that bullying? He wants to bully his way. This is an effort in futility. This is a failure from beginning. And the president will be the only person that will not see it. And unfortunately, his Minister for Justice and the Attorney General of the Federation, Abubakar Malami, is sitting with it that yes, it's possible, sir. It's possible. The man went and brought 1954 Gazette, which was not to the whole country, but some region, and said, I've asked my Attorney General to look into this, and he wants to make it to work. He has set up a committee, and this committee has been sponsored by money, finances, wasting Nigerian money for what will never be successful. What do you want to achieve, Mr. President? I will discuss this matter in more details. Because people are now asking, are you not supposed to know? You are not only 2 times president of Nigeria, 3 times. Even the one you did illegally by bringing coup, by destabilizing people. Is it because Nigeria is so lenient that they did not say you criminality is criminality? There is no expiry date for crime. They could have charged you and all those people, Babangida and all those people, face the court. And now you want to bring this. You have forgotten that the 1979 Land Use Act,
right,
which had been built into this 1999 Constitution as amended, which is a carryover of the 1979 Constitution, had swallowed up whatever happens to land. It gives the land to the people of Nigeria to be operated on their behalf by the governor. It is for that reason that it's only the governor that can sign certificate of occupancy. If the President Muhammadu Buhari had forgotten, the late former Chief Justice of Nigeria, Justice Ayo Erikefi, got a house in Lagos here. And because the government then, the government in not power there, did believe that he did not give a particular judgment as they wanted it to give you as Chief Justice of Nigeria, then they decided to strap him to almost naked point by confiscating the house that he got in Lagos. What happened? The man just picked phone and phoned 1 or 2 people that you better know what you are doing. I have sat at the top of justice in this country. the land you want, the house you want to take, is it your property? Don't forget, government, don't forget. He called the head of state then. He said, don't forget, you have no land and you have no authority, and they have my certificate of occupancy. Unless you can force the governor of Lagos State to
revoke it.
And by that point, we will bring you some money. That's how they failed. So is Buhari not supposed to know that you don't have power over land?
Even looking at the line of logic, Guru, considering the population of Nigeria now as compared to the population in the 50s.
You want to go and root the route. Which route?
No, but there was a proposal or proposition that if the facilities were not of public importance, it would be taken away.
I don't know. So we will discuss this matter because I don't want to keep my guests waiting for too long. NDA, Nigerians are ungrateful, launching attack to make Buhari. Let me not talk too much of Buhari again today. It was not Buhari that said this. But Buhari managers, most of them, not all of them, are bad managers. And until Buhari knows that these people are managing me into trouble, not good. How on earth would Femi Adesina open his mouth to say that by criticizing Buhari on the NDA invasion not one of the greatest embarrassment to any country of the world? How many Nigerians that are traveling around the world? How many Nigerians that are not receiving calls from all over the world? That what is happening in your country? Nigeria Defense Academy invaded by terrorists that the government will refuse to call terrorists. Instead, they named the invaders of Nigeria Defense Academy as unknown gunmen.
Unknown gunmen.
One, they call them other bandits, but they wouldn't want to call them terrorists. Because once you call them terrorists, it brings it to a larger scope in the world international scale. Femi Adesina is now saying those who abuse, who antagonize Muhammadu Buhari
are ungrateful.
They are ungrateful elements. It means Femi Adesina himself does not understand government. When he was in his son or what, as an editor, this guy writes very reasonably within the ethos of journalism, which I know of. I am his senior in journalism, so I think I can give this verdict. But suddenly, when they cross over to, oh my God, was it Wole Soyinka who gave Alex Ekweme? No, Alex Aki, this former chairman of sports, the former spokesman of custom services, Alex Aki Yele or what? Now late. When he became minister, and he was talking, Wole Soyinka said he suffered from a sickness that the Yoruba named Omoyo Rolari to the Rola to Polani Yono. Somebody has not seen wet before. Immediately saw the wet and the wet baboons. He said, hey, this is trouble. He turned wet to trouble. Otherwise, the buck stops square. President Truman, I quoted earlier, 1945, he said the buck stops on my table. I did not appoint Femi Adesina. I gave my vote to Muhammadu Buhari. And he appointed all these people. If they are becoming liability, they should be liability to themselves without affecting the fortune of the country called Nigeria. Because Nigeria is greater than all these type of things. Anyway, I suspect that. Number 3, number 4, number 5, there is a similarity. There is a trajectory that we need to know. Number 3 says, Niger governor confirms death of kidnapped Islamia people. Received 90 orders. Okay. Number 4 says, bandits released 32 of 63 remaining abducted students of Kaduna Baptist School. Number 5 says, police confirmed release of 18 kidnapped students, staff of Zamfara College, 2 killed. Number 3, number 4, they were released at the same period. We did 24 hours difference. One in Kaduna, one in Niger, one in Zamfara. And after some of them stay 88 days. Now the question is this. Is there any factum of conspiracy that they are being released almost the same time? The governor, who now announced that one died, it means this has corrected the version. You know, the version before said 5 when the bandits called the headmaster of the school when they were discussing. At the time, he told him that the shielded clothes are very, very dirty now. So close so that you can breathe for them. I mean, the police cannot get to people, the army cannot get to the people, the government cannot get to them, but they can come to town to carry clothes. They can tell you buy rice, buy
motorcycles.
They even ordered for.
Oh, the beans.
by
There was beans. There was palm
beans,
oil.
Palm oil. So these three being released at the same time. What is your thought about it? Think over it. Let's weigh our thinking cap. Now, Autumn addresses issue I raise because the presidency had turned Autumn to an enemy. Of course, it is expected. But Autumn says that Muhammadu Buhari, what he's trying to do now is try to create a republic of cow. And he gave all the reasons. And he said no inch of land there for Benue State. So, but instead of addressing the message, reading the message, understanding the message, the messenger is about being killed. Does it make sense? I don't know.
There was a news story today also that said a possible state of emergency was going to be declared in Benue State.
It is an advice. Okay. I heard you. Obafemi Awolowo met with Sir Tafawa Balewa and told him that this is the news I'm hearing, that you are preparing to declare a state of emergency. Tafawa Balewa said, Chief, is that why you coming? Why don't you pick the phone and call me? There is nothing like that. What would make you to think that that is a possibility? No, nothing like that. Obafemi Awolowo stepped out a few hours later, a state of emergency was declared. We are where we are today because of that state of emergency that was declared. Meaning Nigeria had not been able to recover fully. In my book, in Nigeria, the vultures and vampires are still feeding. It reveals something about state of emergency. So we must be very, very wary in declaration of state of emergency. Or at least I must give Muhammadu Buhari an accolade for his ability to refrain from the temptation of declaring state of emergency. You know, every military officer is in state of emergency himself. How many did Obasanjo declare? Plateau, this, and that. But when Goodluck declared state of emergency, he did it tactically. He declared a state of emergency in 17 states across
17 local governments.
17 local governments across 3 states of the north. But because every military officer is a state of emergency himself. He's a casualty of emergency. They are casualties. They are casualty with the arrogance of Bobri here. I believe that President Muhammadu Buhari will not declare a state of emergency because if he declares a state of emergency in Benue State, where Fulham admitted gunning after the life of the governor, elected governor, that it was a tactical error of operation, that the man who pulled the trigger could not get Autumn down, and nothing was done. So, what is happening in Benue, apart from the Agatu people that are being slaughtered here, are they not happening in worse dimension in Katsina? Are they not happening? Is it not Katsina? You have a 10-year-old boy that was armed with AK-47 for security. Are there no worse thing happening in Zamfara? Has the Zamfara Matawali governor not given up? The man who said that there are 2 types of bandits, there are some good bandits, there are some bad bandits, until he was reminded that he better go and consult the oracle, which to know the meaning of that in dictionary, he should not tell us. So, but I pray he does. So far, he has restrained himself more than his predecessor. I'm not even aware if IBB ever declared state of emergency. But IBB colonized Nigeria, in spite of whatever he may want to say. So now, we rest the matter here. Now, sir, my very, very good brother, Ahmad Gali, let me include Muhammad. Permit me to include Muhammad.
Yes.
Because Muhammad is there in the name.
Yes, sir.
You are welcome to the studio.
Thank you, my big brother. Thank you for having me.
God bless you. So the person you are hearing his voice is the zonal commander or zonal head, Lagos zone of the EFCC. He has been in EFCC for a long time and has been working assiduously. But I'm not going to announce he's from here, he's not from. I will not announce those ones. Because what made Libya one of the best places to visit in this world, when Muammar Gaddafi, the man the West killed, for their life was that you don't have state of origin in Libya. You are in Libya, you are in Libya. You want to get married, you know that man until that he had no foreign account. He was one of the, is it true? Africa head of state that had no foreign account. And that is not why I'm talking of him today. I'm talking of him that he was the first person in the Arab world to establish ministry of marriage. And you tell him that I want to be a farmer. You're a graduate. Oh, very good. Choose your farm. Because there is no state of origin, local government of origin. Anywhere you choose it, anywhere you are in Libya, anywhere is your place. You choose. And because you are a graduate, the government will happily go there, build a 3-bedroom bungalow, seek you a borehole, purchase for you a 404, brand new one that you will use in your farm. Be ready to pay your bill for wedding all through. Then you are exempted from taxation for the next 10 years. And each barrel of crudes sold in Libya under Muammar Gaddafi, every Libyan citizen has his own share, credited directly to his account. And all of them in schools in London and Congo, all those 5 quarters they are living, they are paid for by the government. So I'm not introducing my brother that is from this. He will explain his works. Then you will get a chance to. His of the EFCC, as I said, the EFCC was established on April 13, 2003 by President Olusegun Obasanjo. And the purpose for establishing the EFCC was a response to pressure from the Financial Action Task Force on money laundering, which named Nigeria as one of 23 countries non-cooperative in the international community's efforts to fight money laundering. It was for this reason that Olusegun Obasanjo, in his wisdom, established the EFCC. So the EFCC is just 18 years old. Please, whenever we want to judge the EFCC, let us judge it from date of birth. Under normal circumstances, the EFCC is still supposed to be a child that still with the parents or about leaving the parents, legally speaking. So the EFCC, I repeat again, is just 18 years old. So we should not be harsh on the EFCC as we want to talk about the Nigeria Police Force that was established in 1861. Or the Nigeria Army, which was established in 1863. So we should please. That is number one. Number two, crime is there. Crime is there. But EFCC is not to fight hard crimes, financial crimes. So we should equally look at this and so don't think EFCC must be in everything. And by rules and regulation of EFCC, at the point of establishment, it is not supposed to be one decided that one meat
was lost in your pot.
Left the pot. They go and investigate the mother and the father who took the meat out of the pot. No. EFCC is not supposed to be your debt collector. Not this. But I am not saying that EFCC officials, until recently, had not been misused to do that. The point is that Nigerians will run to them and do this. And of course, there is what you call lieu of. In lieu of what? So, sir, you are welcome.
Thank you very much, sir.
Now, by my observation, not all will want to agree with me, and I cannot expect all to agree with me, sir. Mm-hmm. It's like we have a born-again new EFCC, that there is a new EFCC that is originating. From the time that Bawa Abdul Rashid has just been appointed as the chairman, executive chairman, that this new emerging EFCC is quite different from EFCC of Magu, EFCC of Namudi, EFCC of what's her name?
Farida Waziri.
Farida Waziri, the retired assistant. Even EFCCs of Ribadu.
Okay.
Is it true that we are having a new EFCC now? Let's start it from there, sir.
Thank you very much. Yes, there is one thing that is improvement. That is the biggest room in the world, room of improvement. Yes, EFCC, as we speak today, has improved.
Okay.
So we can call it new EFCC because of the innovations that we are now experiencing.
Okay.
As part of the vision of the executive chairman of EFCC, Mr. Abdul Rashid Bawa.
Yes.
Now, EFCC is incorporating a lot of technology to facilitate the achievement of the Commission's mandate.
Okay.
One of the things, just recently the Commission launched an application.
Okay.
Eagle Eye application.
Eagle Eye, yes.
Yes, for both Google Play and Apple stores.
Okay.
With this application, Nigerians can access EFCC and send information just from their devices.
Okay.
So the issue of distance had been removed.
Okay.
That bottleneck
of
physical distance. You can access EFCC just with your device.
Within a minute.
Within a minute, your fingertips. Nigerians can send information. Yes, you can go physically and submit petition, but before it was difficult. People will be asking always, how can we access EFCC? How can we submit information? Now we have this technology. That's one. And also, the current chairman created a full-fledged directorate.
Meaning a new directorate?
Directorate, new one.
Yes.
Brand new that had never been there before.
Okay.
That is Directorate of Intelligence.
Oh, Directorate of Intelligence is now in existence at the EFCC?
Yes.
Okay.
And this directorate is well equipped with modern tools and personnel towards gathering intelligence and processing same.
Okay.
This is another innovation that had not been there before. So the EFCC now today is a kind of proactive agency.
That's good.
So we are not reactive again. Yes, we react to petitions when they come, but we don't want to wait till when it happened. We try to be proactive.
So as to stop the crime, but even before.
Yes.
That's good.
So this is very key. So we have to be proactive.
That's good.
We work a lot on intelligence, more than ever before. And also the current chairman has given a lot of emphasis to training and retraining of personnel of the commission.
Training and retraining.
Training and retraining. Always. So we are doing all that. And yes, we are still committed to having that effective service delivery.
That's good.
To all victims of fraud.
That's good.
Bringing score to them. Our investigation now is more diligent because technology can do a lot of wonders.
Technology is very helpful.
Very helpful. So we have a thorough investigation always to ensure having a watertight case before going to court.
That's good.
And that contributed in the success rate that we are having.
Thank you very much. Thank you.
Yes.
I have too many questions that I should not be asking about EFCC. But I take responsibility of knowing that you are a zonal commander. So you will help me to beg the chairman, the executive chairman.
Yes, sir.
To make himself present here. It's not new to this studio. It's not new to this studio. Neither is he new to me. But the next succession is one of the most considered points of sharing the property of the dead person. So based on that, you will help me to talk to. So I will defer a lot of questions until he comes. But the question I cannot defer, but I must ask you this. Is it true that you have some unwritten rules of untouchable? among those you are supposed to be investigating?
It is not true. We don't have that in our dictionary.
That's why I say
We don't
unreadable. Unreadable.
Not at all.
Okay.
You know, EFCC, what I want my dear Lagosians, and indeed all Nigerians to know is, we work based on merits of our cases.
Okay.
And we take our time to establish them. I just said it. We are being diligent in carrying out our duties.
Okay.
And then we are making sure we have a watertight case
Okay.
before we go to court.
Okay.
A lot of preliminaries are being done.
Okay.
So sometimes people will be hasty to see while we are undergoing these preliminaries as if we are ignoring or
Yes,
jettisoning
yes.
or protecting.
Yes,
No.
Yes.
Investigation is a serious business.
It is.
And you don't have to leave any doubt. You must have your facts.
Yes.
So that may take time.
Yes.
You may be lucky.
Yes.
It can be short.
Yes.
But there is not any time frame. But there is nobody that is protected. In as much as he has a case in EFCC,
Yes.
he has a case.
So there are no untouchables.
Unless those that are immune by our laws.
Yes.
There's those ones.
Oh, yeah, of that. I know
Yes.
that.
So
Of
apart
that.
from that,
Of
we don't
that,
have anything. Even if it is written or unwritten, nothing like that.
Thank you for that.
Thank you very
On
much.
those by the law, I know that Peter Odili, former governor of Rivers State, how many years he left as a governor? There is a perpetual injunction that he was up to today. And I want to believe that perpetual injunction will be flowing until man finishes his business on next year. I do prepare your question. If it is
Oh,
not
yeah,
true. But
our
let me push
listeners
this.
are-
Let me push this.
Yes.
Prepare your questions. Prepare your questions. I will allow you to hold two. Now, Zona Head.
Sir.
Much is happening about this Yahoo business. In preparation for today's encounter with you, I visited your Okotiebo office,
Yes.
EFCC Okotiebo
Yes.
office. And on the process of visiting, I saw a particular car. Then I turned and thank God the silence that, Baba, thank you very, very much. If you didn't bring me to this EFCC, I wouldn't have known of any car like this in existence. And I was told that the owner of the car was just 22 or 23 years old. And the car is, and there are many others. Tell us something about this Yahoo business that we may not have known. And tell us something. Is what we are saying about EFCC tackling Yahoo boys, is it nationwide or is it selective, limited only to Lagos? Please.
Yes, Mr. Godwin. The issue of this cyber crime is not limited to Lagos.
Okay.
Rather, it's nationwide.
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 Okay.
Yes, maybe you can say some places may have a high rate, but of course the population, the activities are also
Yes,
not the
yes,
same.
Yes.
The executive chairman has openly come out to warn Nigerian youth against this cyber crime. We are deeply concerned. The spate of this internet fraud is on the increase.
It's on the increase.
Is on the increase. And as you rightly said, we condemn this kind of ostentatious lifestyle of our youth. You will see a boy in the morning begging for 200 naira to take breakfast. But in the evening, you will see him washing brand new Mercedes. How come? This is condemnable. A lot of those cars that you see, houses and flamboyant life, those youths could not justify their source of income.
Even at what age? Would they
At
get
what age?
Millions or billions.
You will see a boy under 30, as you rightly said, living in a mansion very luxurious apartment, having exotic cars, jumping from one hotel to another, lavishing money. This is condemnable. So we are unrelenting in our effort to get this youth arrested and prosecuted, and we are also doing our best to sensitize them.
Okay.
We engage a lot of corps members and as well as students in primary, secondary, university, tertiary institutions, because we believe value reorientation will really stem the tide of this internet fraud. So we are doing both. We are being reactive and proactive.
That's good.
And we want the society to join hands in us.
Okay.
Parents should be vigilant. This cyber crime, at the rate it is going, if care is not taken, every house will have an ex-convict. God forbid.
The rate it is going,
At
if care is
the
not
rate.
taken, every household will have
ex-convicts. Because it cuts across. There is no rich, there is no poor, there is no this family or that family. It cuts across. That's the report we are having from all our commands in Lagos, in Port Harcourt, in Abuja, in Kaduna, in Kano, in everywhere. So it is so worrisome that we have to rise to the occasion and see that we put our hands on deck to fight this menace.
Okay.
It is a very serious one. There are a lot of positive things that can be done in cyberspace.
Okay.
We want our youth to know that. I think the social media platforms that are popularly used now, like Facebook, like this Twitter, were created by youth.
Well, youth, and these youths are billionaire, doing things positive on
Positively. So that's what we want our youth to emulate.
Okay. There's a message I got now. It's not time, but I want to tell the person, no. Adegboyega, I will not read your message. I will not read it.
Oh.
I will not read it.
He told you to tell me to read it, eh?
I will not read it. And Adu will not read it. Adu is under my command. He will not read it.
I just saw his message now.
We'll discuss it later. Now, on this Yahoo matters, are there areas that culpability of the government can be sometime proved? It's going to be a difficult question for you because you're an employee of the government. But are there some areas that if the government had, that it can be said that if the government had done it this way around, it could have discouraged, not all, but majority members of the youth? Is there any area like that?
Well,
that your investigation has shown?
Government is always to be looked up to,
Yes.
because its responsibility, of course, is always there.
Yes.
Whatever happens, yes, as a government, will take the responsibility, and then no matter what, there is directly or indirectly blame that can be put to it. So maybe what I will say is, if this youth can be more engaged, those that are vulnerable, those that maybe are looking for jobs, can be engaged, be given maybe an alternative platform.
A platform.
Maybe it will reduce it. However, you may even look at others that are not yet ready for job. They are still in school.
Because I was coming to that too.
Yes. So what will you say about that? Yes, there are some pressures. Others that, based on pressure, they are now engaged in that. But there are some that you will not see the pressure, but they are in that. But still, government can do something about
Do
it.
you see, would you be able to recommend, from your personal experience, more responsibility in order to remodel this youth should be given to the religious group?
Certainly.
Like in the churches, in the Muslims, and
Yes.
even traditionalists,
Certainly.
so as to talk to the youth for this. Because my worry is this: a child that is just 18, 20, 22, who has not even finished his education at the university level, who has not even applied, but has gained access to 100 million. How would that child, how would that youth be able to be reconciled with that involvement? I don't think government can even do that without the involvement of the religious organization.
Yes.
Would you recommend the religious organization to be more involved?
Strongly. I do recommend our religious bodies to play a big role in the churches, during sermons, in the mosque, all over, to sensitize, enlighten, warn, advise against all thought of criminalities, especially the cybercrime for our youth.
Thank you very much.
Yes, they have a very long role to play.
Yes,
but hold on. Somebody sent this. We have millions of followers on this online on this program from all over the world.
Thank you.
So, it is not from me, but somebody sent it. How difficult is it to investigate financial crimes within an incumbent government? I repeat the question. How difficult is it to investigate financial crimes within an incumbent government? Please attend to that for just a minute or two.
I think there is nothing difficult about it. All what you want to do is to have your information.
Okay.
So the only difficulty is when you don't have a lot of access. Because of maybe the incumbency, you will be prevented from having some kind of vital information that is of investigative value.
Okay.
If the person is in charge, so some information may be difficult for you to get. So that is the only difficulty. But
I do please throw your question.
Okay, so one of the new innovations the executive chairman has brought into, apart from the Eagle Eye, is his
the creation of the Department of
yes, the Directorate of Intelligence. But most importantly, his insistence on banks' cooperation in this fight against corruption. In your assessment, how cooperative would you put banks and bankers so far?
Yes. We are having some cooperation from banks to some extent. However, we need them to do more.
Okay.
You know, as you rightly said from the beginning, we deal purely with financial crimes.
Yes.
And you know, these are the custodian of financial records. There is not any financial transactions that you will do without involvement of one bank or the other. And we want these banks to make sure they have their KYCs. They follow all the books. They report all the transactions that are suspicious. Cash transactions, suspicious transactions. And then they should know these are their customers. They should know their businesses. They should know the sources of their funds. So if we can have their full cooperation in that, I think our job will be very easy. So we are not getting as we want. We are not saying they are not cooperating. They are trying their best, but we are calling on them to do more.
Okay. Thank you very much. Because I know that just last week,
Yes.
the chairman arrived Lagos here. Your director of investigation, yourself, you had a very good meeting with the managing directors of the banks.
Of the banks, yes.
But if, sorry,
Yes, you can. No, you can. It's a rider question.
But
Yes.
if all this big money they move through the banks and nothing is being heard, and the bank would always have a way, an understanding of doing this, you may not necessarily answer this question, but I put it before you. Don't you think some of those bankers, the top, are better product of Yahoo game?
You see, quickly, that is why we are saying going forward,
Yes.
come 1st September, if we now discover this underdealings
Yes.
or non-reporting of this kind of fraud going
No
on,
disclosure.
undisclosure, then that bank will not be spared.
Okay.
Because it's high time. We need to expose this fraud. We need to expose corruption. They are seeing it, not even seeing it, facilitating it. And they're supposed to report it.
Yes.
By law, they are mandated.
Yes.
So that's what we are still repeating, calling on them to support this fight against corruption
Okay, thank you.
as a critical stakeholders.
Okay, sir. Thank you, sir. Adu, you have a follow-up question?
Follow-up question.
Only one more.
Yes, one more. How effective would the use of the eagle eye, or what's the most effective way to use the eagle eye against two categories of people that we've spoken about today: corrupt officials, and most importantly, people who practice cybercrime?
Yeah. So you see,
Meaning he wants you to throw more light on the
Eagle Eye.
The apps of
the
Eagle
app,
Eye.
the app Eagle Eye. You see, it is very key to show you that that app, one, will be effective because it will ensure protection and the privacy of informant
That's
or
good.
whoever is sharing.
That's good.
So this is our whistleblowing even policy of the government. With this revamped information mechanism, will be given more bite.
That's good.
It's having more bite. And people were reluctant before this application of even coming forward with information. Some with even petition because of the distance. Maybe they are in Oshobo and to start coming all the way to Lagos is difficult and things like that. They don't even know the road or the transportation, the inconveniences. So it's very effective, and we are receiving a lot of information.
That's
and
good.
we
So
are,
do
we
you
are
just-
working on them.
Do you just open the app, take a picture, or write an email?
Yes,
It's
exactly.
there in the Google store. all the
Once you
store.
apply it, you'll
open
follow
you
the
install
ins-
it,
very
then
easy.
it tells you how to go about it.
Simple.
I think I know a little about it.
Yes.
Guru, have you been using it on me?
No. If there's any one person, I will use it upon. Let me not mention the person because of the presence of the serial killer. All right. At this point, I want to open up the lines because towards the end, I must take 10 minutes off for
do
my
knowledge
knowledge
drop
drop-offs, because knowledge drop-offs is another segment I always hold in this show every day, bringing something knowledgeable for people to benefit from. You know, we started with historical perspective.
Yes.
Then other weeks we do Periscope. Periscope into people's life, into society's life, and others. We do them together. So no part of it is. So now, sir, prepare yourself for questions. Those questions are not coming from me, but listeners, I have the responsibility to moderate. So if I can rule your question out of order, please accept it as part of my responsibility as the umpire of this game. Thank you very much. Adu?
Okay, we'll start from our friends at the pen. Quite a number of them have questions already pouring in. Okay, so let's take this one. This one sent in an email. It says, Adu, this is a letter by a scammer. It says we should draw the attention of the EFCC to it. And it has EFCC letter of invitation with an email, and then it says, please kindly find attached your invitation letter to our office. Gives a date, all necessary details are attached. The person then puts DSP Wisdom Odogu EFCC, puts the address of your office here in Lagos. So it's a screenshot a listener sent to us. Maybe we'll show you after we go off air. Probably something you might want to alert the team about. Also here, this person says, okay, I think this is one of the questions Guru has ruled out already. Sorry, we just have to make sure that the questions we're asking are in tandem. Okay, this one says, Samuel is his name. Why do EFCC raid people's homes without warrant in the name of looking for Yahoo boys?
You may want to combine the questions. So about
Yes.
three, then you answer. Don't forget this. Okay. Why do you raid people's home without warrant? I never knew before. I never knew, say, you'll be 90 a raider. So we'll come to that. Go ahead.
Yes.
Razak from Hounslow in London says, good morning, Adrian Guru. Can the EFCC please give us update against the allegations on the Speaker of the Lagos House of Assembly on that? So that's the second question.
The zonal head has his discretion to answer that question, not to answer that question. So go ahead.
Okay. I'm skipping Adigboyga's question now.
No, don't go there.
Good, okay. Good morning, Ado and the Guru. Says, please, I want to ask the EFCC coordinator in the studio that will they arrest anyone that is not a politician if they find... okay.
Are you on WhatsApp now? Still email?
WhatsApp.
Okay, WhatsApp. Two more
Let me skip the first question. The second one is, why is it that Yahoo boys are the major focus of the EFCC and not government corrupt government politicians?
Yes. Why Yahoo boys are the major focus of EFCC and not corrupt
government politicians? So the first one was why you enter houses without warrant, and this one about
Scam
Yahoo boys, and the one Guru said you could ask answer with your discretion. Update on the Lagos speaker.
Okay, yes. The first one is scam mails. Let me quickly say that we are having a lot of complaints like that.
Okay.
They are scams. Okay. And what I want to advise my dear Lagosians and indeed Nigerians to know is sometimes don't even open that attachment. That is, they say attach is the invitation letter. By the time you open it, it may take you somewhere else. It's like a kind of they are trying to hack your system. Don't open it. We are receiving
it may be with the threat of hacking.
Yes, exactly.
Okay.
And when you try to even open it, sometimes it will not even open. You will not see anything. That's not the way we invite people.
How do we invite people?
We invite people even with phone call. It depends on the circumstances, the nature of the case. And then we write invitation letter and dispatch it to your address.
Okay.
Yes.
A written
we have to do that.
Letter, not physical letter.
Physical letter. Physical letter, we will write it with our reference number, with your address, because definitely before inviting you, we must know about you.
Yes.
We have reason for that. So, by the time you receive even our invitation, you may even guess, or you may even be waiting for it.
Okay.
So it will be clear. That's on that.
Why
one.
do you read people without the warrant?
We always have our warrant.
Okay, you always have your warrant.
We always have our warrant. And we conduct sting operations, not raid.
Okay.
Really.
The sting operations are without warrant?
No, with a warrant.
With
in
warrant.
as much as we are going out for arrest, we have our warrant to arrest.
Okay, that is
we have our warrant to arrest.
You want to use your discretion to answer what are you investigating about?
You know, investigation,
yes,
exactly. You said?
It's not too compulsory that you answer that question. That how far have you gone?
Yes, matters that are under investigation we don't discuss.
That's good. Okay.
We don't discuss matters under
investigation. Will you go to the phone?
Yes, the one about Yahoo boys and the...
Okay.
Why the
one of Yahoo boys, you focus more your focus than those illegal money.
You see, we give even more attention to crimes that are not Yahoo. Economic and financial crimes.
Yes.
Even though Yahoo is part of financial crimes.
Yes.
Also. But the reason why people are seeing this as like we are giving it more attention is because of the mass arrest that they see. Which, of course, you cannot have that in the case of maybe money launderers. Before you have one politically exposed person being arrested, you must have established the case. And then the case of that politically exposed person will take you like a year or two to investigate it. There are a lot of complexities.
Okay.
Yahoo case is a straightforward one.
Okay.
One scam letter is enough.
Okay.
To establish that crime.
Okay.
But this one, you can imagine, they have to cover their track, engage consultants, get this advice, that advice, try to deceive, disguise, and do so many things that will make it difficult for you to establish.
Okay.
So we are giving more attention.
Okay, we are going to cross over to the phone lines now, but not without I putting this again. Please, don't answer it if you don't want to answer it.
Thank you, sir.
Don't you think that what is happening in the northeast, northwest, north central of the bandits, so-called kidnapping every type of people, including a 2-year-old children, and money be paid, is part of money laundering from money laundering from the politician moving their money to safely. Taking into consideration that Amagumi made the statement that when Buhari's son was marrying Kano, that all the politicians, the higher play, they were no more than bandits. It's on the latter mood, so don't answer it. Go to the phone line.
Yes.
Numbers to call 0809 234 5913, 0809 222 0913, and 0809 1913913. You can call the landline numbers 015150 and 015151 We have our first caller this morning. Hello.
Good morning.
Morning, please.
Good morning, please. What's your name?
This is Obi.
Okay, Obi, go on.
Please go ahead for 1 minute, please.
Yes, sir. I want to ask. Oga, good morning.
Good morning, Mr. Obi.
The question I have is that the Minister of Niger Delta was visiting your office for some charges of corruption. And since he became a minister of this thing, nobody is hearing. Is it that the allegations have been put under the carpet? Thank you.
I am not too sure if you should direct this question to the Lagos zonal head. But it will be most appropriate if you can redirect the question to the executive chairman of EFCC. And for that, for your sake, I will accelerate inviting the chairman here in a matter of not more than 3 months. Now that I've secured my brother's backing that we have to back to. So reserve your question for when he comes. Well.
Hello.
Hello, good morning.
Yes, good morning.
Your name, please.
Yeah, my name is Joe. I'm calling from Aja.
Joe from where?
Aja.
Aja. Yeah.
Go
Okay.
ahead. You have a minute, please, sir.
Oga Guru, good morning, sir.
I salute you with respect.
Oga Guru, I must say I'm a huge fan of your program.
God bless you.
And this particular one that you're conducting today, I think I'm not happy with it.
Okay. Please
It makes no sense bringing this EFCC man to your office and shielding him from answering questions. It speaks a lot about your credibility.
Okay, sir.
It's very bad. Allow people to ask him questions. Let him answer it. That is why he's a public officer.
Okay, sir. No problem.
If people are asking, what question are they going to ask him that we don't know?
Okay, sir.
That they are running after Yahoo boys and leaving the politicians?
Okay, go ahead with your question. Or you don't have any
No. I'm not going to ask again because people have been asking most of the questions that I wanted to ask. But you shield this man from asking questions.
Okay,
it's
sir.
very bad. Very unfortunate.
Okay, sir. I have my discretion to do what I'm doing because you don't know what it takes me to bring my guests here. Thank you very much. All the same. Go ahead.
Let me just say one thing here.
Go ahead.
Thank you very much, John. I think what we're supposed to tell Nigerians is we don't shield anybody. Always the issue of us being seen going only after Yahoo, leaving politicians is not true. There are two different cases here we are talking about. Internet fraud, cybercrime. This Advanced Fee Fraud Act, that is the law that we are using to prosecute them. You have your elements of offense completed by having only possession of a document. You are done. You have a clear cause to go and effect the arrest. That's one. Two, these boys, you can see them in groups. In this small room, 20, 30 of them can come together perpetrating the crime. You will never see something like that when it comes to politicians. They cannot come together in a room and be stealing or laundering money.
Their laptop.
Yes. And then you cannot establish their own crime they are doing within an hour.
It takes years.
It takes time. And remember, once you are not prepared, once it's not right for you to go after them, they can hire very good lawyers. Mere invitation without you having your reasons established for that.
Facts established.
Definitely they will go to court. And they have all
They have the
lawyers.
contact, they have the
can
connection,
settle.
they have...
Yes. So you have to take your time and establish the case. So while you are doing that, people will be seen as if you are not doing anything because you are not announcing it.
Yes.
But this one, within an hour, you have finished everything. It's just for you to go and effect the arrest. So this is the major thing that we want people to understand.
Okay, you heard us now. Oh yeah, bring another caller in.
Hello.
Hello, good morning.
Good morning.
Please.
My name is Augustine.
Good morning. What's your name, please?
Good morning. My name is Augustine. Good morning.
Augustine,
please,
go on,
ahead.
please.
You have a minute, sir.
Please, my account has been frozen for over 4 years and from EFCC. And I've been to their office. Up to now, I don't know what crime I committed. I don't know, because I don't do fraud. I don't steal anybody's money. I'm working in my own living. But up to now, since 2017 to 16, my account has been frozen. No investigation, nothing. And I've been to the office, I've complained.
Okay, have you been going to the offices in Lagos?
Yes, I've been to the office in Lagos.
Okay, since 2017.
To 15.
Okay.
Now,
and your account
nothing
has
has
been
been
frozen.
done.
And you have not been told why your account is frozen by EFCC?
Yes, they never told me. I gave them the reference number from UBA and Sterling Bank.
Okay, you know what? A number will be given now by the EFCC big man here. We announce it. That is number one. Number two, that number that I give for purpose of you calling, 0906 887 0014. Write it down. When we go off here, reach me. Then there is another number that this is directly to EFCC. 070. I'm calling it slowly so you can get it. 56 42 63 62. 070 56 42 63 62. Plus the one I gave to you, which is mine, which I always call out. Please reach us. You will get a solution to your issue.
Okay, thank you.
We have a question here.
Go ahead.
Says, sir, why do businesses and individuals have to have a certificate or whatever name to transact business in foreign exchange?
It's a question for you. You want another one? You want to answer this one?
No, I think you just shed more light about it. I think he's talking about this certificate of SUCUMO, Special Control Unit Against Money Laundering.
Okay.
Yes, we have these non-designated financial institutions, which are also tools for these money launderers. So we want them to come and register with SUCUMO, and they will be given certificate.
Okay.
More to that, they are to be making returns on monthly basis.
Declaring their returns.
Their returns of their transactions.
Okay.
And that's all. So we want to be checking the flow of money, especially cash transactions.
Because of this money laundering thing.
Money laundering.
This our guest, our listener, he says the law.
Yes.
He was saying that the extra fees they have to pay will not be tantamount to them being doubly taxed or some form of extortion from them.
Which fees?
The fees to obtain the certificate. Is it free?
No. This absolutely free. Absolutely. In fact, it's something that you can do online.
Okay. Now, let me quickly add this question. Hush puppy is matter of what do you call this? Cyber. Is Nigeria FCC involved in the investigation that is going on now under the police preview? Is EFCC involved? Because this specifically supposed to be outlook for EFCC. Is he involved? Is EFCC involved?
Not to my knowledge.
Okay. That's all. Thank
you. Not to my knowledge.
Go ahead.
Hello, good morning.
Hello, Adi.
Good morning.
Adi, good morning.
Dambaba. Good morning. Go on, please.
Thank you, sir. Good morning.
You have a minute, Dambaba, please.
Andrew, there's something I want to say. Because people always compare politicians to Yahoo boys. There is no way you will say, oh, because social politicians have not been arrested, therefore you cannot arrest me as a Yahoo boy. It's wrong. Like the man said, Yahoo boys go in group. I will not justify anybody that commits crime. But the question I want to ask the man in the office is that what are you people doing aside prosecuting or arresting Yahoo boys? What are people doing to, change the mindset of these young men who think that, oh, because politicians are stealing, me myself, I have every opportunity, every right to steal.
Thank you very much. That's a very valid question.
Somebody are telling to pay fine.
At
the end of the day, you release him back to the society to commit some crime.
Let him answer you. You have a valid question. Let him answer that. What are you people doing to?
We are doing a lot of sensitization programs.
Okay.
As I said earlier, we are engaging corps members, students, all those that we know are prone to this crime. We are engaging them. We are working even in collaboration with non-governmental organizations, civil society groups, and all other stakeholders, religious bodies. So we are doing a lot to sensitize them, to preach against it. We are even engaging even market women.
Thank you very much. That's
yes,
very good.
Mothers. So we are doing all that we can. As I said, we are trying to be proactive, not reactive.
That's good.
Yes.
Quickly, let me add this. Maybe the last one or two calls. Let me quickly add this. Lagos Talks 91.3 FM, the segment of Adu and the Guru, will be willing to go into synergy with EFCC.
Thank you
so
very much,
seek
sir.
permission from your head office,
yes,
and then we sit down to talk the modus operandi of going into that synergy.
Sure. We'll do that.
Okay. Someone is asking here. Good morning, Adu and the Guru. Please, can your guest clarify on the Dorothy incident with the EFCC where she claimed her house was raided by the commission? Oh, Dorothy, the lady on the reality TV. Do you want to talk about that?
You want to talk about that?
I think that one had been over. She was with us. Yes, there were some kind of
errors,
inadvertent activities.
Operational errors.
Yes.
Okay.
Not. You see, you even have in our laws mistaken identity.
Okay.
And things like that.
Okay.
So whenever you are doing things like that, of course we are not infallible. And we are not 100% perfect as human beings.
Yes.
If you gather intelligence, of course you will process it, but you may not get it 100%.
There must be that human error
element. Which you can. The only incident we have been doing this sting operation in hundreds, not even thousands. But the ones that will have issues, you will use your fingers to count them, and we keep on.
But that matter has been resolved.
Absolutely.
Okay.
Absolutely.
Okay.
And she quite understand that it's inadvertent and
that it was not intentioned for bad purposes. Okay.
At all.
All right.
Collins is asking, says, what happens to the funds and properties recovered from internet fraudsters after their arrest and prosecution?
Okay.
Do you return the funds to the owners?
Yes, certainly. The victims always get their restitution in full. The ones that we cannot ascertain the victims, then it goes to federal government.
Okay.
And it says, second question, what do you do to people within the ranks of the EFCC that you find who may be aiding and abetting many of these this criminal?
We are dealing with them, prosecuting them, dismissing them. We are taking actions.
Okay.
All right.
Okay,
one more phone call? Okay. Hello? Okay. Sorry about that. Call us back. Hello, good morning. Turn off your radio.
Good morning.
Yes, good morning.
My name is Ben.
Ben, please go on.
Calling you from Aja.
All right, go on, please, quickly.
Please, Ogaguru, good morning.
I salute you. Please, you have less than a minute now. Just utilize
I would like you to allow that man to answer questions. You just shield him. He's here to answer questions.
We have passed this point. Thank you very much. We take you into consideration. Because of that, take one more call.
Hello?
Hello, please. Your name and where you're calling from?
My name is Prince Wires, calling from Abu Wadofin.
Good morning,
go
Prince.
ahead.
I want to say good morning to your guest in the studio.
Thank you very much. You have just a minute.
I have 2 questions for him. Number
ahead.
one, why EFCC is not in the local government headquarters? Why is it being only in the state capital? Number one.
Okay.
Number two, it's the EFCC. Why are they after the politician in law? Why not investigate the civil servant? Because for me, corruption in this country today will go into what is going on in civil servant service is very alarming. The problem we are facing in this country today that because all the problem we are facing is corruption.
Okay, let him answer your question because of time factor. Please, sir.
Prince, thank you very much for your question. I think for now, as Guru rightly said, we are just 18 years old. So we have 774 local governments. For us to be in each, and we are not even in every state. That is the fact. But we are trying to still be accessible to all Nigerians from wherever you are. So it will take time for us to have that widespread. But we are opening more, and we are trying to reach out to Nigerians. That is that.
Question.
Yes. The second part of the question is civil servants, not politicians. Of course, we are going after civil servants, directors, assistant directors, head of service, all. Not only politicians. In fact, the fact is you have to even get the civil servant first before you get the politicians.
That's good.
Most of the time that you will see are the civil servants that are even showing the politicians the way.
Yes.
So politicians, of course, we are getting them, but civil servants, yes, exactly.
Thank you
That
very much. Ahmad Gali, we are most great.
There is this issue of investment fraud.
Okay.
That I want to use this opportunity to advise my
give you
dear
2 minutes.
Lagosians,
Yes.
all Nigerians even, to be cautious and wary about these so-called investment firms and schemes. Please try to conduct due diligence, background checks before investing your money into such investments. We are having tons of petitions
I want to believe
against these investment scams. Conduct background check. See that these investment firms are registered with regulatory authorities and the Special Control Unit Against Money Laundering. If not, don't put your money there. Don't put your money there. This investment scam is on the rise also. There are Ponzi schemes. It's really, really terrible. It's a major financial crime now.
Okay.
Yeah.
Now, Adu,
It's time for the knowledge drop box.
I have changed my mind.
Oh, you don't do that again?
Yes, because it is not always we have the privilege of bringing this man to the studio.
Yeah.
So you may want to take one call and look at. I promise you that next week I will come with the same knowledge drop box. I may just tell you about it that despite approvals, absence of port scanners cost government 800 billion monthly. And I will give you facts of dates when the current Comptroller General of Nigeria Customs Services, the retired Colonel Ali, how many times he has said government has gotten money to buy this scanner, but the scanners are never there. He went to the National Assembly last week, and he was telling them how the scanner had cost Nigeria almost 800 billion. The scanners were never there. And I will tell you, I will give you a knowledge, the knowledge drop box, of how those sent out to be trained in the United States of America for the purposes of scanner. The first set, they send them out from the custom, from the Nigeria Post Authority, from other, and they return back. Immediately they return back to Nigeria. All of them were transferred from those posts. And the scanners will come in. I have some big names. Broad scanner worth over $20-something million. And they never function for one day. So we'll go to that. Please pick a call.
Okay, this was a question I think. Adegbega says, why does EFCC lose court cases against ex-governors or big top politicians?
Okay, I will allow the man to answer, but there are two governors that are in prison, ex-governors that are in prison as we talk. So, but go ahead.
No, I think what I want to say is we don't lose our cases like that. We have over 90% success rate in our conviction, in all our cases that we have prosecuted in the course of carrying out our mandate.
Yes.
So maybe he's talking of isolated cases that are less than 10%. So we have always our watertight cases and we are prosecuting them diligently.
Yes.
We are succeeding. Yes.
I have similar I have facts on that. But if I should say it, they will say I'm protecting CDD. That's what I like you to say. Yes.
Final call. Hello, good morning.
Hello, good morning.
Yes, good morning. What's your name?
My name is Val. Okay, good morning.
Morning, sir.
The question I have for the... Yeah, well done.
Go ahead.
The question I have is, I have two questions quickly. One, do you have any relationship with the ISP, that is Internet Service Providers? Have you gone into conjunction with them in order for you to have access to people who are engaged in this? Then two, have you thought about employing spy intelligence officers that can be spread all over the country, different local governments that can even help you transfer information and all that will aid your investigation? Thank you.
Okay, sir.
My brother,
Quickly.
we don't work in isolation. We liaise, we extend our investigation. Of course, we have a lot of collaboration, and we are seeking the assistance of these IP providers.
Okay.
Of course, and all other stakeholders. Yes, we work together.
Thank you very much.
We are even the spy with the eagle eye now.
Uh-huh.
All you need to do is
you have been given a process through which you can log in, and your identity will be protected, and you don't have to travel.
So every one of us, we are now the spies.
That's
if
true,
I could
Mr.
answer your question,
Thank you.
or lend a voice to it.
Okay, now, you calling me because I give that number, you are calling me at the wrong time. If you do the wrong thing at the wrong time or whatever, I will not answer you. Don't you know I'm still on air? Please. Now, back to you, sir.
Yes,
I want to appreciate you for coming.
Thank you.
Thank you very, very much.
It's my pleasure.
We are grateful.
We are grateful.
And like as I said, please put it in your record and work on it. Lagos Talks 91.3 FM, the segment of Adu and the Guru, we are ready to go into synergy with you.
Definitely.
So let's get across.
Yes, sir.
If you need to seek approval, then we not talk, we not demarcate the terms of that synergy.
For sure. That
So
would.
again, you are welcome. I do thank you very, very much for doing a good job, for being there for me. You know you're my Azikiwe. I am the Pamakeri Modu. After speaking to the colonialists, we tell the Azikiwe, my son, give them grammar.
But Azikiwe became the first president of Nigeria.
Oh,
so
yeah,
I hope.
Prince Will and your colleagues, thank you very much for the camera, for the way you take care of the camera. You are doing a very good job because your works look very, very smooth and no place to question. Keep the good job up, but don't forget, any day you do, I will glass you. And public relation manager. I know you by name, but I'm not going to mention your name because in most cases your operations are supposed to not to be seen to be heard of. And you know we have done a lot of. We've done a lot. I've been in your office once. Another thing is that I may be coming to your office because I was told that the detention facility of EFCC is next to none. I'll be told. That is why some people in court, they prefer to remain in that EFCC custody. They are going to prison. So once again, listeners, we thank you very much for contributing majorly to this matter. And like as I said, most of the things will differ for tomorrow and next tomorrow, but knowledge Dropbox, which you benefit from, major, is coming up Monday next week. Follow me Facebook, Godwin Itakiwebu. And there's this page I created for purposes of discussion like this called Vitra column. The V of the Vitra is capital letter V. The column is capital letter C. So let's go in. And of course, visit my website, www.godwintheguru.com. And if you visit there regularly, you shall never be disappointed because there are a lot of information that will make your day. And of course, you can follow me on my YouTube channel, Godwin the Guru. So until Monday, when we shall meet again, but don't forget, I'll be here tomorrow to digest the papers with you. I'll be here by the grace of God on Wednesday again. Until we shall meet Monday next week. Please keep yourself out of trouble. Bye-bye.
We are Lagos Talks 91.3.
Let's talk.